Welcome back. It's officially time. Judging by the temperatures that we are supposed to be getting and that we're having, it's time to get this produce stand out and take care of some other chores that have been kind of neglected for a while. First, I should probably feed the goats because you can hear that right behind me. They're not gonna give up until I feed them. Yeah, Mr. Billy here is very noisy, but he's very white and he's got a big beard that goes all the way around his face. Before I get started on some of the other stuff that has been neglected a little while, because we've been working on the tractor for so long, and we still are working on that, but they do want nice here tomorrow and the next day. And then maybe a day or two of rain, and then after that, like a whole week of nice weather. So I kind of want to take a break and jump to some of this other stuff. But before that, something really neat I want to show you guys. So I got home yesterday and came out here to feed our girls, and I happened to come across a little surprise. And right there, we have two little additions to the farm. And they are really adorable, especially the black one here. They're getting kind of nervous with me. This is kind of their hideout underneath the hay feeder. I won't stress them out too much. But if you remember before when we had baby goats, every single one of them was a buck. These two are does. So we added two little girls to our little herd now, and Ginger here is the mother. She bagged up very nicely, so she did really well. So that's her third time. So yeah, that's really cool. I was happy to see that. The task at hand is going to be obviously getting this produce stand outside, and within doing that, we have a flat tire on this side, which I knew there was an issue with this before, just for the simple fact that when we pulled it, it had gone flat, or was flat, and I put it back in here and it only lasted a couple days and then it went flat again. So my guess is there's just dirt around the bead. That's what I was running into before, and it's not allowing the tire to seal fully. So therefore I have to clean that bead off on both sides and repump it up, and hopefully it lasts. Now my goal, the way that this is pulled in here or backed in here, the hitch is on this side, is to swivel it around, hook it up to the four-wheeler again, pull it straight out that door, which is how we brought it in, around and right into place over in front of the shop. And then we'll let it closed and everything. Obviously there's nothing really that's gonna be in here. The only thing that I'm going to be putting in here for the time being is eggs. And that's obviously all we're gonna have because it's early, there's nothing planted or anything like that. So until the produce fully comes into effect, we're only gonna have eggs in here. But we're getting tons and tons of eggs, so it only makes sense. And that wasn't too bad to do. Cleaned the rim on the inside. I don't know if that'll work or not. Pumped it back up. I guess we'll find out. I really want to come up with a better way than this cable, because when it gets really windy, it slams up and rips back down, and that's why these are doubled up on each end. I just need to come up with something different. Picked a perfect day for this. You probably can't even see it, but it's raining. But tomorrow they want nice, so I want to be prepared and have this done ahead of time. The four-wheeler works perfect for this because of it being so low, and with a little bend on the tongue there, it's pretty much perfect. Doesn't have a lot of clearance. pretty much have it back in place. Got some leveler boards here, and if that does go flat, I'm going to put cinder blocks front and back. I think just to level it up. Leveled up the tongue, so it's pretty much flat. I might have to level that a little bit more. The only thing I have to do yet is put my stabilizer boards or whatever from the back here. And the only reason I did that is because one time last year the wind actually flipped this thing over, but that was before I had the hatch on there too. So the wind went right underneath it, caught the roof, and flipped it on its back. Next thing we need is our power cord for our fridge. Oh, just like that. Fridge is plugged in. We should be good to go, ready for business. We are opening this tomorrow. Now, on to the next thing. So, the next task at hand is we gotta move chickens. There's 14 in here. This was our grow out pen. And one of them, which is this one right here, this is kind of gory. She is getting picked on something terrible. And they're trying to breed her, and I need to quarantine her before they kill her, because that's what they're gonna do. There's blood now, so we need to take her out before she keeps getting picked on. And then we can separate the rest of them. And we may end up having to get rid of some roosters. No, knock it off. Yeah, it's too small of an area in here. They need to go up with the rest of them. Basically, chickens are like sharks. Once there's blood, they will not stop. Hey, the door fell off the hinges. Look at that. Hey buddy, what's up? Well, you made that too easy, pal. And then there were two. Come here. Well, that's done. And you can see it's a little late because they are starting to lay eggs. So I need to get them up there. It really sucks because half of these birds, there's 14 of them. Well, 13 in here minus the hen that I put in the barn. There's 13 in here, half of them are roosters. So I really should get rid of some, because I got roosters up there too. We'll see how it works out first, because there's a lot more birds up there, so they'll establish a whole new pecking order. Usually I like to put these in there at night, because they'll get picked on a lot when there's new chickens, and it's just easier at night. And then they wake up in the morning and then they're in there, and it's a little bit less of an ordeal, I've learned. But it's really close to roosting time anyway. I'm gonna put them in the house. You know, they'll learn when they can come in and come out. It'll work. So we'll get those taken up there. We'll take the remaining feed that we had and just throw that up there for the time being. And now we have an open building for something, if need be. Which I don't really see us putting anything in here right now. We're not gonna be hatching any more birds at this current point in time. I got too many. If I do get rid of some roosters and you know, we need to get more layers and stuff, and the eggs are selling really fast and can't keep up, then maybe, but we'll see. I'd turned the lights on, but the chickens flew up and broke both my bulbs, which I have more in here. So, yeah, a lot of them are in here already. So this could be interesting. They're gonna fight over roost spots, I can tell you that. Yeah, we have another one to quarantine. I'm pretty certain I'm gonna have to get rid of some of these roosters. I get too many. Too many and not enough hens. I got 2 in quarantine. Their heads are ripped apart pretty good. And I've pretty much come to the conclusion that one way or another, some of them roosters are gonna have to go. I just have too many. And it's kind of one of the things too, you know, you go buy chicks somewhere, you're not guaranteed to get hens, even though sometimes they're advertised, especially at Tractor Supply, they're advertised as pullets. You're not always guaranteed that. And when you hatch them out yourself, you're definitely not guaranteed that. And quite honestly, it's just more feed expense we're paying out to feed roosters that really don't gain us anything.
I would imagine we're gonna have some mass chaos for a little bit till they establish a pecking order of who's in charge. And there's more food. Our egg laying was really far down over the winter. Our numbers were very low. Sometimes we wouldn't even have any. So just to kind of give you what we're looking at, like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So pretty good. Fluffy Butt Hut is in full production. And the last thing I want to accomplish is take our Christmas tree and throw it in there with the chickens. Basically, so they have a place to, I don't know, hide, jump up on, mess around with, play on, whatever. This thing still smells really good. I don't know if it's gonna fit. Sure. Wow. I don't think I'm gonna make it up very far. It's very wet and slimy in here. Oh. So I think it's just gonna go there. Yeah. I don't have the right shoes on for this. There, that'll work pretty good. Little less room for them to run around, I guess, but still plenty of room. And here, our little girls came out. And I just want to make sure that they are feeding. Hey, be nice. Really wish I had kidding stalls, because then I could separate this madness. But she's a really good mom too. She's pretty protective, so she'll take care of them. They're little fluff balls. And that one's gonna nurse right now. Well, that's everything I had that I wanted to accomplish for the evening, and it worked out pretty well other than it raining. So with that, appreciate you watching. Subscribe to the channel, and I gotta get back working on the tractor. I'll see you next time.